Hi, in this video, we're going to be going over creating your big goal and what that means. And so we're going to be using a technique of putting yourself in the future as if the goal has already happened and you've achieved it. And you're going to be describing what it was like to achieve that. All the things you did, all the successes, maybe even some of the challenges you've had, and really putting your mind in a state where it's seeing you succeed at doing these things. So when you're first stepping into the community and you want to do this, and you can also do this every time you have a big goal you want to reach, right? So in this form, one, I want you to simply define what is your big goal. Like just like a headline, like if you're reading it on a newspaper or, on a news site, like what was the big goal that you reached? And make it super simple. And then where we want to go in next is the success story of you completing and achieving this goal. And I want you to describe it as if you were having dinner with a friend and you were telling them from the start to the finish of what happened, what you accomplished, how it felt during the process, the milestones, the big moments, mix in some details, and really let your imagination go wild here. Like you don't have to write a novel, but write a short paragraph or a long paragraph, whatever you feel is best for you and your goal. And the most important thing here is to really get your mind in a state of like, this is possible and I can see myself doing it. And if that's a challenge for you, that's okay, right? Maybe you need to take a step back from the goal and break it up a little bit, and that is your big goal. So that's okay. Like you're the whole point of this community and this tribe is making incremental steps and having successes along the way. And when we have failures, we consider that a success because you can learn something from it. But either way, write out the story and try not to overthink it too much. Just get it out there. You can always come back and change this. You can always reiterate this. You can always update it along the way. And then once you've got that written out and you're like, that feels pretty good, I want you to break it down into smaller goals. So the design of this community is that at the beginning of each month, we are going to either continue, working on that big goal that you already have, or you're going to start a new goal. And I don't mean new, but I mean you're going to start the next milestone or the next big step within that goal. And so that way your mind has a focus that month of, okay, so if I'm starting, let's say you want to start a dog grooming business or something like that, right? And the first month, maybe your focus is to do research and get an LLC. And that's your only focus because we all have busy lives and our minds think we can get so much more accomplished. And we're going to get it all done in 1 month. And then, kids get sick or life happens and you get busy at work or whatever the case. And these bigger goals get pushed to the side because at the moment they're just not as important. They're still important, but emergencies can happen, right? So anyways, you're going to be breaking those down into smaller goals so you can have that monthly focus, right? So put that there. And then in the mindset and attitude, this is where I want to challenge you to set your intention of a way you are going to show up. And maybe you take on life somewhat begrudgingly, or maybe you've got an attitude of it's not possible. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that. It's a human thing, right? What I'm saying is I want you to challenge yourself of like, how can I keep this going? How can I stay positive in this? Can I be more confident in this? Can I be more determined? Can I be more curious in this process? Can I be more open, in this process? And, what I found is that the more open and curious I am when I'm trying to achieve something or go create a new goal or whatever it is, I have a better time. I learn more. and I actually accomplish those things faster because I've had an open and curious mindset. Now, everybody's going to take on a different aspect of this, and it's about self-awareness and growth for you. So wherever there's maybe a slight edge, or maybe like it might feel uncomfortable, push yourself just a little bit. Like if it doesn't feel wonderful always to be like super open and ask for help or whatnot, maybe take that on. But anyways, just think about what would be a wonderful way for you to show up, and it helped you enjoy the process even more. So in this next question, what's the biggest obstacle in your way? This isn't about solving that obstacle. This is about being present to what might show up that might throw you off track. So think about that. If you're taking on a new business or whatnot, and you've got 3 kids, kids might get sick, right? And this is about thinking about it in a way where you're like, okay, what can I do, if my kids get sick and I need to be able to take care of business, or whatever you need to be able to take care of. So think about that. It's not about fixing it, right? It's about just putting it in as awareness and thinking about what could happen, or what would I need to do when things come up in life and there's an obstacle. Maybe it's a bad habit. Maybe you've got a habit like I've got a habit, like, oh, I just want to relax and I just want to sit down and take a break. That's a habit I'm working on. Like, it's something that was instilled for me, growing up. And it's like, oh, you don't push yourself too hard and just relax. And so now I've got a habit where it's like when I get a little tired or exhausted, I'm like, oh, I just want to take a break, right? And it's not about forcing this through or anything like that, but it's about being aware of what your habits are and where those are stopping too, or where those are stopping you as well. And then the last question in here is about taking on the mindset of being open and receiving help, right? One, being open enough to ask for help, and then receiving those answers and then doing something with them. Sometimes that's hard for people. I know it's been hard for me, but I've also known when I've asked for help and been open to it, my problems got solved so much faster than me trying to push through and do it alone, and it's made a huge difference. So anyways, that's the Your Big Goal worksheet. So you're going to do this every time you have a new big goal, and walk through this. This could be once a year. This could be, every quarter, every couple months, or as fast as you accomplish your big goals. So hopefully this has been helpful, and see you in the tribe. Thanks.